Can you do me a favor? Can you clap for me? Like one big clap. Hello everybody, it's Martina reporting to you from Markham. This is the city within the GTA. It's kind of part of Toronto, but if you're from Markham, people will be like,
excuse me, we're from Markham.
And Markham holds a lot of treasures, but we're heading to J-Town and I'm gonna see all the stuff that I'm missing, maybe get some Japanese food so we can cook a little bit of a meal. And I'm here with Miki. You can't see my mouth, so you can't tell what I'm saying. Right now I'm saying things, or am I?
It's okay, I know you guys can read my mind.
Never really did a chicken dance like this. Should make them make me want to speak Spanish.
Here's the J-Town map, just like being at a ramen store. So currently we are in the bakery zone. Lots of choices here. Now this is a sight for sore eyes, isn't it? Chicken katsu sando. Okay, so it's not made out of pork as usual. Oh, they've got the yakisoba sandwiches. These yakisoba sandos you can get at like most of the convenies in Japan. A little bit differently priced because it's Canada. Miki, what you getting?
Okonomiyaki pizza.
Okonomiyaki pizza? But like on a open piece of bread?
Yeah.
Oh.
And these are cute. These little
Egg salad with nori. Wasabi sausage, not really. That's not a, oh, that's cute. Yeah. Is that a melon pon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says melon, but we all know what it means. Lemon cream donuts and Boston cream donuts.
Really good.
Welcome to Canada. I can see all the shokupan up top. All right, I went for beef croquette and it's got the curry, which I really miss. And these are absolutely unrelated to Japan, but they're gonna be delicious. Oh, lots of things. Takoyaki machines, which are really hard to use despite what everyone thinks. Have you done, it's like so hard to use, right? You're like flipping it, and I'm like, this sucks. This is for sushi rice. So when you like vinegar your rice, you have the paddle and I've got the trays and the miso soup bowls. Yeah, you got lots of stuff. We can even have a wash tray, critical wash tray. When you really miss something from Japan and you're like, I need the wash tray. Kobe, Nagi, Hida, Miyazaki, Kumamoto, and Hokkaido. Someplace that we never went that I really do want to go to. This is pretty awesome. Lots of choices. Sukiyaki sauce, that's good to know. Teriyaki, sukiyaki, and ponzu sauce. Kimchi hot pot if you're looking for it as well. Oh yeah, critical items. So this is the kind of sauce that you dip into for yakiniku, but this yuzu sauce is like critical in making a lot of dishes. Oh, this is awesome! Sesame dressing, wow. Sukiyaki sauce. They've got the goma dipping sauce. Umashio, that's great. Tuna, unagi, tuna teriyaki, corn tuna mayo, and salmon. I've never seen an unagi onigiri in Japan, but these are also homemade and really big. This is a really big onigiri. They've got uni from Boston, they've got Vancouver uni, you can see the size of it, and then they have import uni from Japan as well, from Hokkaido. Okay, so supposedly they have expanded and we're going into the bigger, more improved, I mean, is it more improved? I don't know if it's more improved because I've never been here, but Miki, you think it's, oh my gosh.
I think it is. What? Oh yeah, it's definitely bigger.
Wow, I mean, very pottery on that side. You guys, I found natto wonderland. So this is different than the natto I got before, which is great. It means I can try a whole bunch of different ones. 2 different kinds of natto here. Looks like there's lots of udon, lots of frozen udon. They've got shoyu ramen noodles, Shio ramen, miso ramen. Wait a second. Bulldog sauce is not Worcestershire. Tons and tons of sesame oil. But wow, I mean, it's such a huge price difference than in Japan. This would be just so much cheaper. But I mean, I know, import. And a critical amount of soy sauce. This is pretty much the, if you want to make something from scratch aisle, you need to get stuff from here. They've got shoyu, they've got mirin, they've got sukiyaki dipping sauces, they've got sesame oil, they've got vinegars, everything you need. Rice wine vinegar for cooking, ponzu. This is the aisle you need to go if you want to make something from scratch, you guys. Aisle number nothing. Wow, bamboo shoots. You don't usually see that in Canada. That's a really nice addition. This is really important for if you want to make ramen and you want to ferment your bamboo shoots. That's a menma when you're ordering off a ramen menu. Instant miso soup heaven. Very nice. This is all instant dashi. So you guys remember I did that video on making like a hot pot and you had to make dashi from either scratch for making miso soup. For those of you that can't get all the ingredients, then you can come here and you can get this. So this part's the dashi. That just means like, soup stock. And the bonito is that really huge type of tuna fish that they dry and they shave it and it makes all those little tiny curly fluffy things and they kind of like dance if you heat them up. So that's what's going into this to make it a very critically important Japanese dish. And it's a good way for you to start getting used to Japanese flavors without committing to buying like kombu and bonito and all the stuff to go with it. There you go. So that's bonito. And there's the dried kelp or the kombu that you'd use to make the broth. And then there is a tiny dried fish that you'd be adding as well. Then you can do mushrooms to make your broth as well. So all of those together equal this kind of thing. Kewpie mayo, extremely critical to well-being. I am so into this like goma dressing, and so I had to bring some back for me. Furikake heaven. I didn't even see these in Japan. Although it says product of Japan, but I mean, maybe it just looks different here. Corn potage furikake. This one is just kind of like salmon. You got the wasabi one. This is the katsuo. Got the shiso, which is a leaf. Hard to get used to if you're not used to it. And then tamago, which is an all-time favorite. Oh yeah, the fresh miso area. This is what I was looking for. Who's that over there? I know those people. Miki, what you doing?
So this is Japanese eggplant.
Japanese eggplant?
It's really good. It's different from the ones here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we need
Yakult.
this for the kids.
Wow, that's great that they have it.
Yeah. And then, you know what Cole picked?
Of course, chocolate Pikachu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And these are good when you're like on the go.
Oh, tarako, yeah, I remember
right?
these. They're like kind of sauces that you pour in your pasta.
Yes, exactly.
Yummy.
And then my favorite.
Yes.
I need that.
Milk tea.
Oh yes, and this is Sora's.
Very nice. Usagi
basic.
choice. It looks the same, right? It's the same. It's like almost like I can just replace your head. Yeah. I'm also a big fan of bunnies, as we know. Yeah. Snuggles. Sailor Moon.
That's right.
Everything with rabbits. Okay, here's what I'm getting excited about. It is the Umeboshi aisle here because I really miss Umeboshi and they have a pretty big selection here, which is great. Country Mama, I thought I escaped your grasps. I can't buy this. If I buy this, I'm gonna just eat the whole thing. It's like the softest cookie on the planet. And they always have new flavors and it's so good. Even I don't like cookies and I like it. So that should let you know that it's made out of something like crack. I don't know. Sorry, Country Mama.
You think you can escape me until
So hard.
You'll be back. You'll be back.
So hard. So they got a nice little prepared little bento section here. Little ramen toppings, so you can make the ramen and then you can put everything on it that you need. You've got your naruto, your egg and your menma. That's great. But I am eyeballing my favorite, you know me, onigiri. So I am gonna do a salmon onigiri. And I'm also gonna do an ume, which is that pickled plum that I just bought because yes, I have a problem. Definitely beginner onigiri, it's delicious. Vegetable takana, I've never seen this available in Japan. Konbu and ume are very strong flavors. The konbu is just the kelp, but it's in kind of like a saltier sauce. And the spicy fish roe for some people might be too bitter. And tuna mayo is like OG deliciousness. So I'd recommend tuna mayo and maybe the salmon or vegetarian as your starter.
Hello everyone and welcome to this mini tutorial about how to sync audio. So at the beginning of the video where I was going to J-Town with Miki, you saw me ask Miki to clap. Now the reason I did that was because clapping helps sync the onboard audio from the camera with the audio in my microphone. So what I'm moving right here at the bottom is actually just audio from my microphone. So what I'm doing is I'm listening to it over right now and I'm finding that I'm not saying anything that matches the stuff on camera because I haven't turned the camera on yet. And I'm gonna look for a spike, and that spike is where Miki clapped her hands. So as I listen to the audio from a microphone, I find like a little spike, which is right here, and I'm gonna line that up with the spike that Miki did. Now at first I just roughly line it up, and this was grayed out because I was muting it. Now I unmute it, I turn the volume up as high as it goes, and I listen to that clap. And I go, okay, I'm gonna line this up perfectly, and it's gonna go crack.
Perfect! Perfect!
So I listen to it over, and you can kind of zoom out and get more and more detailed until it perfectly lines up. When it's not lined up, you'll hear an echo.
Perfect!
Because the above audio, which is all those little waves of kind of like red and yellow and orange you see, it'll sound like it's echoed almost. And once you've lined it up, you can pull the volume all the way down to 0, which would be the clip that has the video on it. That's the onboard, which means the audio that comes automatically from your camera. I pull that down completely, and then I only exclusively use the audio that's from my microphone, which means it's crispy clear because it's just clipped to my shirt and you're hearing it from my voice specifically. And that's how you sync up audio. It takes a little bit of training. I was quite quick at it just because I'm used to it. But when you see a movie, and you see people using those little clapper boards that go like crack, that's because they're actually trying to sync up the audio. So it's not just for fun that they go, take one, snap.
Okay, Mom, that's enough. Tutorial over. Back to the video.
I saw that this was on special. That's great, right? Miki, can you pull the tag back and let me know what money I saved? What the? What?
Really? No way!
Yes,
That's
way.
a scam.
Can you believe that?
I thought that was illegal.
Maybe they thought that they were stickering it something cheaper. They're like, don't worry, it's now the low, low price of exactly the same. Na 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 na. Okay, all right, you got me. You got me. Not a ton of salmon, but I'm gonna keep going for science. That was it. That was it.
That was it.
No, it's clearly made with Japanese rice, and the seaweed is not salted, but it's nice and crunchy and fresh, and the salmon is nice and smoked. I mean, not smoked, you know, salted salmon. It was good. It's just so expensive compared to Japan.
It's everything you didn't ask for. Childhood stories with Miki.
So you were like, okay, let's pretend we're detectives, and then we're gonna go on like not a mission, but on a
Like a detective case.
yeah, exactly, to solve the crime.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, so we're gonna start off holding like a box of donuts, and then we're gonna hear sirens, and then somebody's gonna call for help, and we're gonna throw the box into the air, and
Like,
the
oh my
donuts
god,
are
go
gonna
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese song, huh?
Yeah.
Friday Midnight Blues?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what you like
That's funny.
made. That video is so funny. I remember it. I wish we still had it.
I'm sure we have it somewhere.
It must be
Yeah.
somewhere. Oh, that was fun. I remember.
Yeah, I loved playing in your backyard too.
Yeah.
And I remember when your mom, she asked me if I wanted to try shiso. Because I saw her picking the leaves, and I thought, like, what are you picking? And then she's like, you can try it. It's a Japanese food, but you may not like it. And I was like, well, I want to try it. And I tried it, and I was like, it was so terrible.
Taste.
Yeah. I mean, I love shiso now, but
when
as
you're
a
a
kid,
child, yeah, it's a little too strong.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when we had those little trolls, and then we had we made little figures out of Play-Doh, and then we made a movie by making it move. Like you form it, and then you take a picture, and then you form it, and then we did not take a picture, but did a little.
That's stop animation.
Yeah, that's
what I was talking about. We were doing stop animation.
That's so cool.
It's like, what did you do in your free time when you were kids? Mickey and I are like, we did stop animation and music videos.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so much fun. But then you went on to do something really creative.
What did I do?
You're a teacher.
Oh.
Teachers have to be on their feet. Like, their minds have to be like this. Like, if you try to do something and it doesn't work, you can't just be like, sorry, kids. Like, that's it, figure it out. Like, you have to always be, you know, when kids are fighting, you got to figure out how to change the, you know.
Constantly singing.
Oh my, constantly singing.
It's like, put your toy down. Don't hit him.
Cause why? Hitting hurts my feelings. Hitting makes me sad. Hitting isn't nice. In fact, hitting's very bad. When can we hit? When we play baseball. When can we hit? When there's a ball. Should we hit someone on the face?
No.
That's the song. No. It just stops. It just stops. No, sit in the corner and think about what you've done. It's a timeout. Timeout time. Timeout time. Now this is a traditional site of Toronto known as never-ending traffic. People who live in LA will always say that LA traffic's bad, but let me tell you, Toronto traffic can be so bad, and this is good because of COVID, right, Mickey? I heard it like cleared up. This is our kind of skyline though, you guys. Like, you guys may not know the Toronto skyline. It's filled with cranes. Because all we seem to do is construction.
Build.
Yeah, build. Look at that. Construction. Now in the heart of the city on the highway. This is the Scotiabank Arena. That's where the Raptors play, but not right now because they're in the bubble. And look at all these buildings. Did you guys know this is what Toronto looked like?
There's the Sky Dome. I keep on saying Sky Dome. It's not
It's
Sky
called the Sky Dome, and I will never change the name of it.
Yeah, I like the Sky Dome. I don't like the new name.
The Rogers Center, no. This is the Sky Dome. Mickey and I lived through this. The Sky Dome is the very first, I was gonna call it a Palladium. Stadium. I've lost all my English. It's the first stadium to have like it opens up so you can get the blue skies and it can be sunny, and if it's raining it closes. And the CN Tower was the world's tallest freestanding structure. And then Dubai built something that was taller. Wow. Okay, this is amazing. So this is homemade umeshu. So I had 2 containers in Japan that I had from like 2018 or 19, and this is 2019. You can see how golden it is. That means it's gonna be so deliciously rich in color and taste. Yummy. Yummy! I love these.
I know, it's so good, right?
This is something you have with curry.
Yes.
And this kind of reminds you of onion, like almost like a scallion, like oh, it's a scallion in English.
Yeah, pickled scallion.
But it feels like you're eating garlic when you first see it, but it's not, and it's so good with curry.
It's so good.
Wow.
It's so good.
So look through this here with your eye. Can you see? Poop. Poop. Poopashu. Umeshu. Poopashu.
Ume poop. Poopashoon. Thank you for being careful with that. Thank you, guys.
Caucasian girl playing karita. Martina no ma.
Oh, she got it.
Ah,
What is this? Toe in English. Toe. And what's
Toe.
this in Japanese? Toe. What's that in English?
sugoi.
Did you get toe already? Wow, so fast. Okay, this is a hard one. Pickle dishes, cheese, and corn, croquette, and curry, and gohan. This looks amazing. Wow.
This book I gave it to Miki when she started teaching.
Pickle.
Kindergarten class loved it.
Yeah, I drew this book a long time ago. This is about Pickles, a cat. And Mr. Pickles living in his town with all his food. And then Miss Sugar Blossom took over the store. Mr. Pickles went out on vacation. And she did so much stuff to make the place not smell like pickles, because it smelled like pickles. This kimono. And then this little cat was found in the jar. And so she took him. And then all the sweet, delicious food that she made. Lots of hot chocolate and cakes and brownies and whipped cream. And Pickles loved sitting inside of the bakery, but then a huge wind came by, smelt all the food and knocked Pickles over. And Pickles fell into a huge jar of blue icing sugar. And he was happy, but Mrs. Sugar Blossom was worried. And she washed him. Pickles was not like that at all. And he turned blue. But you know what? That's okay, I love you, Pickles, just the way you are. And after all of that craziness, Pickles goes to school and meets lots of other cats. Yeah, so that's the first story that I ever wrote about Pickles. Pickles the blue cat. Well, today has been an excellent day. Miki and I went on quite the adventure. She introduced me to J-Town in Markham, which I will include in the info box if you guys are in the neighborhood and want to check it out. Miki and I always just pick up where we left off. It's, you know, that's a childhood friend for you. You're like, I haven't seen this person in so long, and you're just like, it's exactly the same. So we're gonna say goodbye with some anpanman. Ah, what a crazy long video. I didn't know what to cut out, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure down memory lane. I'm going to include some links to how to make umeshu if you want to know what that delicious drink is I was having. And of course, check the info box out if you're in the Toronto region and you want to check out J-Town. Otherwise, have a lovely day, everyone.